And then everybody always asks about tomatoes because if you're anything like me, we always get a whole bunch of tomatoes, and I'm always like, what am I going to do with all these, first of all? So there's several different things we like to do. We love to make salsas, first of all. Making a salsa and canning that is super fun. And I will say, if you are doing this, again, I would do a water bath and make sure that you boil it in water covered to the lid top with at least like 2 inches above your lid, and boil it for about 40 minutes afterwards to make sure that you get enough pressure in there to can it. You can also make tomato pastes and tomato sauces and things like that. I will say too, if you are going to be um, freezing any of these or preparing any of these, I always say the best thing to do is to remove the skins. It's kind of a pain, but if you do go about like blanching them first, makes it a lot easier. And if you're going to be like freezing them, which we've done before too, super easy to do, you just pop them into boiling water. Again, just like the green beans I talked about earlier. So just make sure you blanch them earlier, pop them into the boiling water and then into the ice bath. And then you can just peel off that outside part. And a lot of people too will take that peeling of the tomatoes and either dehydrate them or just lay them flat to dry. And you can use that as like a tomato powder and use that in different soups and things like that. And that is a really great way to go about preserving and using like the entire part of the tomato. So that's pretty cool. But I will say a lot of the times we will just make a whole bunch of either the salsas or we do these little cherry tomatoes and we just simply can freeze them. And it's actually not that difficult to do just by popping them into like just blanching them and then putting them into a freezer safe baggie after they're dry. So that way those are some easy ways that I go about preserving some tomatoes.